Okay, so the Lesson 8 application activity might be a little confusing to some people, so I'm going to show you real quick how to get started on this. So the directions say, Step 1, choose a topic discussed in an earlier lesson from this course that you'd like to know more about. If you don't remember all the different topics we discussed, it's helpful to go to the table of contents and come down here and look. Lesson 1 is just the introduction. Lesson 2, it says, Welcome to BYU Idaho. And for this one, we learned about the learning model. Lesson 3, disciple leadership. That was the topic we talked about that week. Lesson 4, lifelong learning. Lesson 5, we talked about academic planning and career exploration. So those are all different topics that you might want to know more about. Lesson 6, decision making, goal setting. Lesson 7, time management. And Lesson 8, we're learning about information literacy and academic resources. So any of those could be topics, or any of the subtopics that we talked about would also work. Sorry, I am trying to find, let's go back to where we were. Of course, I can't click the back button. There we go. Okay, so after you decide on a topic you want to know more about, then you need to click on this link, which will take you to the Deseret News website. And then you're going to click here under the search button. This is a little magnifying glass. And it's loading slowly. And that opens a bar here. And we're going to type, so I'm going to pretend like I want to know more about time management. So I'm going to type that into the search bar, and it's going to bring up some Deseret News articles about time management. Now, these things up at the top, see, they each say add. You can ignore the ads and come down. These are all articles in Deseret News under time management. So you can go through and read the little summary at the beginning and decide on one that you think might work for you. So here's one, study skills, time management key to help students' performance. That one might be good. So you find the one that you want to know more about, and then you open it up and you're going to read the article. And after you're done reading the article, let's see. After you're done reading the article, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to download your template, which I opened up here, and it's going to ask you some questions. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to write a summary of the article here. And they have a few things you need to include: the title of the article, the author's name, the author's purpose, so the author's premise or conclusion, so like what they're trying to say, the main point of the article. That's what they want to know here. And then, do you agree with the concepts presented in the article? Why or why not? So you need to say whether you agree, and you need to say why or why not. And then there's some questions about the author. And in this article, let's see, study skills, time management, key to helping students' performance. The article is written by Mercedes White. So let's see, can we click on Mercedes' name? No, we can't. So how do we find out more about Mercedes White? Let's see if we can type her name in here. Mercedes White. I might just bring up articles that were written by Mercedes White. So the first thing it brings up, okay, so here's some information about Mercedes White. It has her email and Twitter account. That doesn't tell us much about her. Let's see what else we can find out about her. Let's try just typing in the search bar, Mercedes White, Deseret News. So she has a LinkedIn account. Interesting. Well, this gives us some good information about her. As long as it really is her. Mercedes White Deseret News. I think that's going to take us to the same place. Yeah, right there, where it just gives us her email address. So the LinkedIn account is probably a good place to look to learn more about the author. Sometimes articles will have at the end of the article some information about the author, which can also be helpful. But if you can't find any more information about the author, you can just say you don't know. So if there's anything that you can't find out, just write down you don't know. So they ask some questions about the author. So find out as much as you can about them and then answer these questions, or say you don't know. And then questions about the article, write down as many things as you can. You might have to do some research to figure that out. And then the last question here, you need to make sure that you answer all these questions. The main point of this is at the end of question 4, they want you to write whether you think that this article might be biased, and if you think it would be a good article to use for a college level research paper, why or why not? And make sure you answer that question there. If you have any more questions about this activity, please let me know.